What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute since my last DIY video, and that's because I was not able to find an idea that I thought was good enough to share with you guys. So doing some research, I found something that I thought was super clean. I was on Instagram and I saw a picture of a girl that custom made a pair of embroidered Vans for her boyfriend, and I was like, you know what? That's super clean. I want to find the cheapest and the easiest way to do it and share it with my viewers. So I think I found that right here. I'm super excited to show you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. There's not many things you need for this DIY. I went with the Vans Old School for the base. You can either go with that or you can go with the Sk8 Highs. This design particularly that I'm going to show you guys where to get, it's best on this because it's smaller, but there are some better ones out there for these Sk8 Highs, so I can link those down below if you want to do that as well. But I think the black color is perfect to go against the red. You can also do any other color that you want though. Like I said, this is going to be super simple though. I got these embroidered roses right here off of eBay for $4.99. I will link that down below, and if that link ever dies, let me know in the comments and I'll find another one for you guys, because that does happen sometimes. $4.99 though, you cannot beat that price. Then the next thing you're gonna need is an iron. Now this is something that most people have around their house. Nothing special, this is a nice old iron. This is gonna be the key part to make this work. Other than that, you might need some transfer paper or an old cloth. Mine did not come with transfer paper, but some of the embroideries that you order online will come with it. I ran into some issues with the cloth when I was using it though, so I'll show you guys in the DIY the easiest way for me to do it. This is the final product that you guys can see here. It is very simple and clean. I will show you guys how to do everything. It should take you less than 5 minutes, so I'm excited to show you. Before I get started on the actual DIY, I want to cut you some clips of this morning, just me picking up the package, getting my coffee, just to add extra little flair into the video. Let's go ahead and talk about the placement of the embroideries. You guys can see I did the front of it on this Vans line right here. Then the back is lined up with this little patch right there with the stitching, just so it fits in there perfectly. That's where I think it looks good. You guys can put it wherever you want, but if you want to line it up like me, this is exactly how to do it. Looking at the patch, you can see we have one big rose in the center, and then we've got 4 little rosebuds on the sides. On the right shoe, this is going to be the part that's on the front. On the left shoe, this is going to be the part that's on the front. So I'll show you guys more closer up when I'm working on the right shoe. Since I've already done the left shoe, you're going to see how to do the right one. For the right side shoe, you guys can see that this pedal up here goes a little bit higher, and then these are down a little bit. Now for this, I like to put my hands underneath. This is the completed product right here. I like to put my fingers underneath just so it gives it that extra support. I would recommend using transfer paper on it if you want to do that. For me, I was going to use a cloth, but it ended up not working just because I could not get the heat to go enough through this in order to get it on there, so I just did it straight on the patch. What I did is use the nose of the iron to direct where I want it to go. I would not put the whole thing down because you don't want to melt this rubber sole right here. That's why they use transfer paper, just so you don't melt something like that. So what I do is I just use the nose of it and I just press down and focus on certain areas, and I'll go over the whole thing afterwards, but just focus on certain areas like right here. And when you're starting, I would go ahead and just use the center as your main point, just to make sure you get that down, and then focus on the other areas around it. When you're applying heat, just make sure you don't get this area right here, and once you start to feel the heat on your fingers, that's when I would pull away, because you don't want it to burn any of the embroidery. But I've had no experience with this whole process of burning any part of the embroidery by just doing it itself on the outside of it. Here's what the 2 shoes look like completed afterwards. I will include a picture and the link down below so you guys can use that as comparison of how you want to line everything up. Obviously they're not exactly the same because these 2 designs are different in the way that you place them on each shoe, but I think this looks good regardless. Here we are with the finished product. As you guys can see, we've got both of them right there. I think these came out super clean. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to some on-feet shots so you guys can see an outfit I put together with these. I just love how these came out. I'm also going to be linking a picture down below so you guys can use that as reference, like I said before, just so you guys can get it exactly how you want to. that's gonna wrap it up for this DIY. If you guys did enjoy, smash that thumbs up button down below and comment a DIY you guys want to see. Give me some ideas for stuff that I can go for in the future. Other than that, I post videos on Sundays and Thursdays, and this is Harrison signing out.
Congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hating, say we changing, look, we made it. Yeah, we made it. That was never friendly. Yeah, now I'm jumping out of Bentley. Yeah.